concludes.
Nesse vídeo, você vai aprender.
Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to start a new session. It's about the JavaScript conditional statement. In JavaScript, they have the multiple conditions like as the if-else condition, switch case, and the ternary operator. So everything step by step I will show you. Let's start it with the if-else condition. Okay, so right now I want to better make it as a clean, and I put some of the note for you that in our this section name as a conditional. Okay, conditional statement. Okay, conditional statements. So into this conditional statement, what exactly we have to do? Like first of all, I want to discuss about that if-else condition. Into the if-else condition area, first of all, you have to add one of the if condition, and here that will be one of the condition. Okay, I name it as a condition, like as a condition 1. And after that, we have to add one of the statement in here. Okay, statements in here. So then that will be one of the statement in particular that position. So whatever the condition you will be want to add, this condition will be in here, and then that will be our statement, what exactly that result you want to display. Okay, and after that, there is another one as else if. Okay, I make it as a else if condition, and there that will be the same. Here that will be one of the condition, that will be here one of the condition, and also that will be another statement in here. Okay, so I make it as a condition 2. And also if you want to add another else if condition, that will be just like that same. Here I simply paste it. There is another else if condition, that will be as a condition 3. And for this condition 3, this statement will be displayed in here. Okay, and after that, if you want to make another else if, you can add it, rather than you can also make it as a else. Okay, so that will be another else. I hope friend you understand that part. Like if you want to add another condition, so that will be our first condition. It will be check that first condition is perfectly okay or not, or rather than it will be go to that another step with the else if condition, and then that will be our another second condition. This second condition related statement will be loaded in here, and another, if you want to add another condition, that will be another condition, and this condition related, that means the condition 3 related statement will be loaded in here, and else it will be do another work. So that is the like as a looping. First of all, it will be check first condition, second condition, third condition, and then our last condition. Better I want to display that things with one of the live example. Right now I want to make it as a comment out. Okay, with the control and then slash, then automatically that will be totally comment out. So you can see a line by line everything is comment out. Great. And now I want to do, first of all, I want to put one of the variable with this let, I name it as a number, and number I make it as a 0. Okay, for education purpose, I take one of the value as a 0. I take this 0 value in our this variable, that is our number variable. Right, friend? I hope you already know about that part. And now I want to find out some of the positive results, some of the, that means the positive value and the negative value, and also I want to apply the another condition that will be equal our 0, then that will be display another message. So we can actually do that work with using one of the condition. Like I want to do, first of all, I want to add one of the if condition. Okay, into this if condition area, what exactly you have to do? So here that will be one of the condition, right? And this condition related statement will be visible in here. You can see I have already put this condition, that is one of the condition, and then that will be our statement. So now I want to put one of the condition, that is our number value as a 0. So when our number is greater than 0, then I want to display some of the message. Okay, so that means in our console log, into the console log area, I want to display some of the message on the string value. Okay, I want to display some of the string value as a this is a positive number. Okay, this is a positive number. Great. Here that is our let number. I take one of the variable, I just put that value as a 0. So now if this is a greater than the 0, so better I want to make it as a 10. Okay, that is 10 value, one of the positive number. So when that will be greater than, that means this number when it will be greater than the 0, then if this that is a positive number, then that will be displayed as a positive. Okay, so now if you click as a save all, and now that should be display one of the our this text. Yes, you can see it's now showing as a this is a positive number. So now I want to make another condition. Okay, I want to take another condition with the else if. So that will be just like that same. I want to add that another else. okay, else and then if. And into this else if condition, here we can add that one of the condition, and also here we want to display our this message. Okay, now I simply paste it and I want to put another condition. I simply put another condition. I make it as a less than, and less than with the like as a minus value. Okay, that will be one of the minus value. If you want to make it as a minus, then that will be display our this message as this is the negative number. Okay, I make it as a negative number. So in our project we will do a lot of work with this. I simply paste it, and now if you go click as a refresh, yes, you can see it's now display as a, this is the negative number. Okay, now that is actually our negative number. And now if you want to comparison with the 0, then that will be another else, right? That will be as else. Into this else area, I want to display this type of the message in our console log, and this is 0 number. Okay, I make it as a 0 number. That means when our this number will be as a 0, but I want to now make it as a 0. And now that should be display which one. Now that will be not display because that is not appropriate, that is also not appropriate. Now that should be display our this one. And now if you click as a save all, and now if you go click as a refresh, you can see it's not showing as a this is a 0 number. Okay, so with this we get that our all that condition, that is our if condition and then else if condition. So that will be our condition area. Just simply understand that part, if and then else if, or rather than the else. Okay, and into this else area here we have to add any conditions. Later we will add multiple condition in here. That is our condition name, there is a condition name, and that will be our statement value. So now you can see it's now display our this statement value as a this is the 0 number. Great. So simple work. Just simply understand these main core things. Okay, in our if condition area here we have to add all that our condition, and that will be our statement. And then if you want to add another one, that will be as else if, and then the condition 2 statement, condition 3 statement, and else, that will be our rest work. So that is a pretty much simple things. In our next video I'm going to discuss about that switch case, how can working with this. I will show you that things with the live example. Hello friend, welcome back. In your previous video I have discussed about one of the conditional statement as if else. Now in this video I want to discuss about another conditional statement as a switch case. Okay, better I want to show you with the live example. I want to remove everything, and that will be as a switch case. Okay, switch and then case. So that is a switch case. Now with this we can actually add another condition. I show you, like I take one of the variable as a color. Okay, color, and I make this color as a black. Okay, I make it as a black. So now with this switch case condition I want to check it what exactly that value in our this variable as a color variable. Now I want to find it. So if you want to add this type of one of the condition, like in our color variable area, which value is in here, it might be the black, it might be the white, whatever the value, it will be check it. Okay, now I want to check it with this switch. I name it as a switch. Okay, I name it as a switch, and with this switch I want to pass our variable name, our variable value I want to check, right? So this variable value I want to check. So for the reasons I simply take our this variable name, and then in our curly bracket here we have to check it with the case. Okay, we have to check it with the case, and with this case our value is the black. Okay, I make it as a black. Is that black or not? I want to check it, and also you can add that multiple one, like here after that. Okay, after that I want to check with another one. So, and also I want to show some of the masses. That means when that will be as a black, then it will be show in our console log. Okay, console, into the console log area I want to display some of the message as a this is black. Okay, this is black. This type of one of the message that will be displayed. I hope friend it's very clear. And after that if you want to add another one, I copy it because it might be the different color. Okay, it might be the white, it might be the black, it might be the red. So I make it as a white, and also I make it as a red. Okay, red. So when it should be white, that will be displayed as this is white, and when it should be red, that will be displayed as a this is red. Okay, and now if you run it, then that will be display every data. I show you, like if you click as a save all, and now if you go there, click as a refresh, now you can see it's now display as a this is black, this is white, and this is red. Here we have to break it. Okay, then that will be first of all, for the first time, that will be checked. If it's black, then with this break it should be stop all that our rest of this process. Rather than it should be go another part, that means another case area, and again it should be check our this string value, that is the black or not, and rather than it should be redirected to our another one, this will be check with the red it or not. Okay, so here we have to add one of the break. Okay, break, so that is a break. So with this break we can actually do that work. So I want to add that break here, and also I want to add another break. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So first of all, it should be check when it should be as a get the black, then that will be display in our console log area as a this is black, and then our that will be break in here. Rather than it should be go our another case, it should be check what exactly it is, then it should be check it, and then after that that will be the break. Rather than it should be go another case area. Okay, now it should be display what? Now it should be display our case here, that is our value as a black. Right now it should be display only this is a black. If you now go click as a refresh, yes, you can see it's now display as a this is black. So it's only display 1. And if you want to change it, if you want to make it as a right now white, for the first time that will be check. If it's not getting that white in here, then that will be redirected to our another one. So now that should be display our this is white. If you click as a save all, and now go there, click as a refresh, you can see it's now display as a this is white. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. Simply understand that switch and then case and then break. Okay friend, literally everything will be needed for our project. Another conditional statement as a ternary operator. So in our next video I will show you that things with a live example. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that switch case, right? I hope it's very much clear to you. Now in this video, I want to discuss about the ternary operator. Ternary operator is very important. One of the things, if you want to compress your else if condition in one line, then that will be very much helpful. And we will use this ternary operator a lot of the time in our project. So make that sure you understand it. It's very easy. One of the things, better right now I close it and I want to make it as a ternary operator. Great. But I want to show you with some of the example, then that will be easy to you. I take one of the variable as a number. Okay, I name it as a number 1, and for the number 1 I make it as a value as a 10. And also I want to take another variable as a number, the number 2, I make it as a number 2. Okay, and then for the number 2 our value I make it as a 2. Great. So here I want to find out our maximum number. Okay, so in particular that position our maximum number is which one? Maximum number is a 10, right? I want to get that with our maximum number. So before, when I use that as if else condition, that will be actually short form of the if else condition. You can display it with the ternary operator. Like in our if condition, what exactly I have done? I take one of the variable, I just name it as a maximum value. Okay, maximum value. So maximum value, this type of one of the variable, I simply take it, and then I want to put another condition into the if condition. So in our if condition area, what exactly we have to do? First of all, I want to simply add our number 1. So when this number 1 will be as a greater than as a number 2, right? That is always a number 2. And then in our maximum value will be which one? Our maximum value will be our number 1. Okay, I want to use it as that will be as a number 1. Great. And else, I want to use that as a else that will be the same. Else only it should be display our this value. That means that our this maximum value will be as a number 2, right? I simply put it. So when that number 1 will be as a greater than a number 2, then our maximum value will be as a number 1, else that will be our number 2. And this number 2 value I have taken in our this variable as a max value variable. So now if you want to display it, you can display it with the console log. I make it as a console and then console log, and into this console log area here I want to pass our this max value. Okay, I simply pass it. So now that should be display as a 10. If you now click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh. Now you can see it's now successfully display as a 10 value, right friend? Now I want to do the same things. Okay, here that is we have to use that if condition, then the condition, and then else, and after that we have to display it. So here if you want to make it as a compress, then you can compress with the tiny operator. I show you like same condition I want to now run with the tiny operator. Here only you have to do I just simply better I want to do and to make it easy here. Okay, here I want to do and take another variable as a take max. Okay, I take another variable as a take max, and into this take max our condition will be same. Okay, that means this condition as a number 1 when it should be as a greater than the number 2. Friend, just simply understand what exactly I have done. I take one of the variable as a max, and then I put another condition as a number 1, and when it should be greater than from to the number 2, then with the questions mark. Okay, then our what exactly it should be do, then that will be displayed as a number 1. Okay, that will be displayed as a number 1 else. So that is the else, and then it will be displayed number 2. Okay, I hope it's very much clear to you. Simply thinks that is the first of all condition, and then that means when our number 1 will be greater than to the number 2, then that will be displayed as a number 1 else it should be displayed number 2. You can see that is the same things I have done in here. So I put on the condition when number 1 will be greater than the number 2, then our max value will be as a number 1 else that will be as a number 2. Here the same as a number 1 when it will be greater than the number 2, then that will be displayed as a number 1 else that will be displayed as a number 2. So that is the tiny operator. Okay, and with this we can actually display our this value. If you want to check it, I want to check it, you can, if you click as a save all, our result will be just like that same before. Click as a refresh, you can see our result is the same as a 10. I hope it's very clear, friend. In our next video, I want to do and to solve one of the problem with using all that our if else condition. Okay, with this we'll solve one of the condition as a fees bus. How can do that work? In our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about the ternary operators, right? So friend, I have already completed that if else condition, the switch case, and the ternary operators. I hope every part is very much clear to you. So now I want to do and to solve one of the issue with using that if else condition. Like that is our problem. Okay, I just named this problem as a fees bus. Right now we don't need this. I want to do and to close it. Here I want to take one of the number, and this number I want first of all I want to check it. If that is divisible by the 3, then that will be print as a fees. And after that I want to add another condition. If it is the divisible by the 5, then that will be print as a buzz. And if it is the divisible by the both 3 and then 5, then that will be print as a fees buzz. And otherwise it will be print nothing. So that is the simple one of the problem. Now I want to solve it. So first of all, I want to take one of the number. Okay, I want to show you the live example. I take one of the variable and I just name it as a number. Okay, number variable, and with this number variable here, I want to name it as a 10. Okay, now I take it as a 10. Great. That means our 10 value number, I take it with our this variable as a number. And now I want to first of all check with our first condition if it is the divisible by the 3 or not. If it is divisible by the 3, then that will be print as a fees. I want to put on of the if condition. With this if condition, what exactly we have to do? First of all, I want to, that is our number. Okay, with this number, I want to mod it. Better I want to make it as a small letter, because I have always used that small letter. I use that small letter. Okay. So now that is a number, and this number after that I want to make it as a divisible by the 3. That will be as a mod, right? That is a mod sign. I hope you already remember mod with the 3. And when it will be equal, I have already discussed about that things with you. That means the equal, right? When it should be equal 0. Okay, when it should be equal 0, then I want to display, I want to print something in our console, into the console log area. Here I want to and to print as a fees, right? So that will be print as a fees. Great. And then our another condition, that is the divisible by the 5 or not. So if that is the divisible by the 5, then that will be print as a buzz. Okay, so now I want to use another condition, that will be the else if, right? I want to use that else if condition. So first of all, that will be our condition, and then our statement. So into the condition area I want to do the same. I copy it and I paste it. That will be the number mod with the 5. Alright, with the 5 it should be divisible by the 0. If it is divisible by the 0, then that will be display another statement as a buzz. Okay, then that will be display as a buzz. I hope it's very clear, friend. And after that, there is another condition. If it is the divisible by the both 3 and then 5, then that will be print as a fizz buzz, right? So our condition will be same. I add another else if condition. That is else and then if condition into the else if condition. Here now that should be as a 2 condition, right? First of all, it should be divisible by the 3. I want to add that number and then mod and 3 equal 0. And I have already discussed about that things with you. You can see all that our previous experience. Now we are solving one of the issue that will be as a double and, right? So with this double and then the number. So that is our number and our another condition that will be odd by the 5. Okay, so I simply pass it. So now that is a 2 condition. It should be checked with our divisible by the 3 or not, and also it should be checked with the divisible by the 5 or not. And then that will be display our which things that will be print our fuzz. That means the fizz buzz. I copy it, and here then that will be console log area. It should be display our print value as our string value as a fizz buzz. Okay, and otherwise it should be print nothing. That means the else it should be print nothing. So it will be print nothing means I copy it and I paste it. That will be as a nothing. I want to make it as a nothing. Okay, so now I want to check it. If you now click as a save all, and now first of all I want to refresh it. Yes, you can see it's now display as a buzz. That means you can see that is the console I display as a buzz. That means this 10, okay, that is a 10 number. This 10 number is divisible by the 5. For the reasons is display as a buzz, right? And when it should be divisible by the 3, so better I want to make it as a 9. So 9 is divisible by the 3. Now that should be display as a fizz. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you go there, click as a refresh, yes, you can see it's now display as a fizz. And also there is another condition that will be check our these 3 when it should be divisible by the this number or rather than the 5. So combine both of this. I want to make it as a 15. Okay, so the 15 is divisible by the 3 and also 15 is divisible by the 5. Now that should be display as a fizz buzz. If you click as a save all, now if you click as a refresh, now you can see, friend, it's now display as a fizz, not that fizz buzz. It because of all for the first time actually it's getting our this value. Okay, because of all for the first time when it's get that as a 3 is divisible by the 15, for the reasons it's now display our this fuzz buzz. So I want to do this condition. I want to make it as a in our top. Okay, this condition I want to make it into the top position. Better I want to cut it. Okay, I simply cut it from to this position, and here for the first time I want to add it. Okay, and then that will be as else if. So I make it as else if right now here. That will be as else. Great. Now that should be okay. Now for the first time that will be check, and then that will be check out this one. So now if you click as a save all, and now that should be display as a fizz buzz. Click as a refresh. You can see it's now display as a fizz buzz. Great. And also there is another condition else. That means when our condition will be not perfect, then that will be a display as a nothing. So I make it as a 16. 16 is not divisible by the 3. It's also not divisible by the 5. So now that should be a check first condition, second condition, third condition. Now that will be display as a else as a nothing, right? Now if you click as a save all, now if you go click as a refresh, you can see it's now successfully display as a nothing. Okay, friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. Here we successfully complete one of the problem. We solve this problem. They have some of the condition. We successfully complete our total condition. Great. In our next video, I want to apply the same things with using the ternary operator. How can do that work? I will show you that things with the live example. Hello, friend. Welcome back. In our previous video here, we successfully solved one of the issue with using that if-else condition, right? Now I want to do the same things. I want to make it as a short version with using the ternary operator. I have already discussed about that things with you. That is how ternary operator actually work. So now I want to do the same things. I want to use it with the ternary operator. So that will be single one line. like I take another console, okay, console log. So there is a console log. Into this console log area, that will be the first bracket area. Here we have to add this condition, right? We have to add this condition in here. First of all, I want to do first of all, that is the same condition I want to apply. Like that is our first condition. I copy it and then I simply paste it. So with this, what exactly it should be do? As I told you before, it should be check, right? 3 is the divisible by the 0, and also it's divisible by the not 0. That is actually our number. So right, so with this number it should be check it. It's perfectly divisible by these 3 or 5 or not, right? When it should be check it, and after that what exactly you have to do, I have already discussed about that things with you. Then that will be the then, okay, if this condition is perfect, then that will be display what? Then that will be display our this fees, and that means the fees bus. Then that will be display our this message, okay, then that will be display this message. And else, better I want to make it in line by line, then that will be easy to you. And then that will be display as a fees, okay, that will be the display as a fees. Great. And else what exactly that will be? Else will be with this clone, okay. Here else it should be again our another condition. That is actually another condition. 3 is divisible by the our number or not, so it should be check it, and then our same condition after that, and then that will be as a then, right? So that will be as a then our it should be display which one? This will be display our this string value as a fees. So that will be display as a fees. And then the another condition I have apply is divisible by the 5 or not. I copy it, and then after that I simply paste it again. That will be as a then, right? Then else, and then our number. When that will be as a divisible by the 5, then that will be display as a buzz. So I make it as a buzz. I make it as a buzz in here. So when that will be divisible by the 5, and then okay, then that will be our display as a buzz. So here that will be display as a buzz. And else, again that's else it should be display this nothing, okay, that will be display as a nothing. I want to do and to make it as a nothing, okay, then that will be display as a nothing. So better I want to make it in same line. So that is actually one of the single line, okay. So for make this clear, I want to actually make it like that way. So that is a single line. So right now, friend, this condition and that is the same condition, okay. I hope you already know about it. That the same condition I simply apply with the ternary operator, okay. You can see that is the same. It should be checked that our first condition, then that will be display this message as a fees buzz. Else it should be also check our another condition, and then that will be display this one. Else that will be display get another condition, and then our this buzz, it should be print that buzz, that means our another string value, and else that will be display nothing, okay. So that is the simple condition, that is a then and the else. Simple things. Now our perfectly same value should be now display. If you now make it as a comment out, so now there is our number. If you now click as a save all, and now go there, click as a refresh, you can see it's now display the same nothing. And if you want to make it as a 15, okay, make it as a 15. Now that should be display which one? That should be display as a fizz buzz. Now refresh it. Yes, you can see it's now display as a fizz buzz. And when that will be as a 10, okay, I make it as a 10, then that will be as a divisible by the 5. That means our buzz should be display. And now if you click as a save all, now that should be divisible by the 5. That means that's fizz, that is a buzz will be visible, right? Now refresh it. Yeah, you can see its buzz is visible. The same condition you can apply with the if else condition, rather than you can also use that as a ternary operator. But here, when actually a ternary operator will be appropriate, when you have that only one condition, then I will recommend it to you to use that ternary operator. But when that actually multiple condition, you can see it's actually little bit difficult to understand. When that will be the multiple condition, then you should use that if else condition like that way. Then that is actually a specific, okay, you know what exactly the condition you add for the first time, the second time, third time, and the last one. But in our ternary operator here, you can see it's actually will be just like that. So when if you have that only one conditions, like if you have that only one condition, then I will recommend it to use that ternary operator rather than else if will be the better. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here, we solved one of the issue with using the ternary operator, right? I hope it's very much clear to you. Now friend, in this video I want to solve another issue with using that if-else condition. I hope you already know what exactly the things you have to do. So that will be for the exercise purpose. That is one of the problem as our grading system. First of all, I want to take one of the number, and then if the number is in between the 80 to 100, then that should be display print a plus. When that will be as a 70 to 79, then that will be print as a. Rather than that will be when it will be as a 60 to 69, that will be display as that means that will be print as a minus. 50 to 59, that will be print as a B, and 40 to 49, that will be print as a C. 30 to 39, that will be print as a D, rather than that will be print F, and also point out in the invalid marks. So that is the problem. Now we will solve it with using that if-else condition. Let's do that work. For doing this, first of all, I'm going to remove everything. Okay, I remove our previous all data from here. I take one of the variable, I name it as a mark. Okay, I take one of the variable as a mark, and for the first time I want to make this mark as a 90. Okay, I make it as a 90, and now I want to put on the first condition, on the if condition, right? Into the if condition, I hope you already know, then the curly bracket here we have to add all that our statement. So if our marks with this mark that is a 90, right? What exactly we have to do? We have to check it with the 80 and then our 100. So with this mark, I want to make it as a when it should be as a greater than or the equal our which one? Equal our 80 data, right? That is 80, and I want to make it as and when our this mark, okay, when our this mark will be as a less than or the equal as a 100, right? So here that is actually our condition, a 80 and then 100, then that will be print as a plus. I want to do in our console, into the console area, I want to print it, that will be as a console, and then console log area, I want to print which string value. I want to display string value that will be as a plus. Okay, then that will be display a plus. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. And after that, there is another one as a 70 and then 79. I want to add another condition, that will be what? That will be as a else if, right? That will be as a else if condition. And the same things here we have to do. Better I copy it, and then our else if condition, our mark, when that will be as a greater than or the equal as a 70, and also when it should be with this mark, when it should be as a less than or equal as a 79. Okay, 79, then that will be print, I simply paste it, that will be print as a. Okay, that will be display only as a. Great. And also there is another else if. I copy it, and here better I paste it in same line, I paste it, and then paste it, and then paste it. Okay, so first of all, our first step, which is totally fine, and then that will be as a 60, when that will be as a 60, greater than or equal 60, and then less than or equal as a 69, then that will be display as a minus. So now that will be print a minus, right? And after that, another else if condition here, that will be as a 50. Okay, when that will be as a greater than or equal 50 to 59, then that will be display as a B. Okay, I want to display as a B in here, and then that will be the 40, simple condition. Okay, 40 and then 49, that is a 49, then that will be display as a C. That will be display as a C when it will be as a 33, greater than or equal 33 to 39, then that will be display as a D, right? Then that will be display as a D. Now if you want to check it, click as a save all, and now I want to go there, click as a refresh. Now you can see now it's perfect. Now is when it will be as a greater than or equal the 80 and less than 100, then that should be display as a plus. Now you can see it's now display as a plus. So if you make it as a 75, okay, make it as a 75, now that should be display what? That should display as a. If you go click as a refresh, you can see it's now display as a. When that will be as a 6, that means a 65. Okay, I click as a save all, and now refresh it. You can see it's now display as a minus, right? I hope it's very much clear to you, friend. And also there is another option is also point out the invalid marks. Invalid marks means if this actually increases from to the 100, that means that if there is a 1000 or 2000 or 101, so then that will be as an invalid number, right? You can also add this condition. If you want to add this condition, we can do that work. Better I want to do, I take it into the else if condition area, and I just copy this if condition here. I simply paste it. Okay, I simply paste it. That will be as else if, else if. Into this else if condition, for the first time that will be checked when our mark will be as a less than, okay, less than 0. I want to make it as a less than 0, and when or here I would want to use that as a double pipeline with the or also it's when our mark will be as a greater than 100, okay, greater than 100, then that will be displayed as invalid, okay, invalid mark, okay, the invalid mark. This type of other things, if you want to now make it as a 1110, now that should be displayed as invalid mark, invalid, LID, right, invalid mark. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you go click as a refresh, yes, you can see it's now show as an invalid mark. So that is the actually concept, friend. You have to understand, you have to calculate this data. So it's very easy process. And here if you want to add that our last one is a if you can actually use it as a else if you want to make it as a console log. In here you have to print it as a if, simple condition, okay, simple condition. Here you have to flow. I hope, friend, you get some of the idea how to solve this type of one of the small issues. So understand it and practice it, friend. Literally everything will be needed. As I told you a lot of the time, everything will be needed. Simple condition here, there is not that rocket science, is very easy. Simple condition, it will be check it with the equal, that means a greater than or equal the 80 or less than or equal with 100. Then that will be in our console log area, it will be print as a plus. Another condition with the else if, another else if, right? So simple condition here you have to flow. Okay, friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. Hello, friend, welcome back. In our previous video here, we successfully solved one of the grading system problem, and we successfully done it, right? We successfully done it with using that if and else if condition. I hope, friend, if and else if condition is very much clear to you right now. Right now we don't need this. Okay, right now we don't need this. Now I want to solve another issue. I want to solve another issue with our switch and case. So before I have discussed about that with the switch case, we solved one problem. Before that was only one logic. But if you have that multiple logical operators into the switch case, then how can deal with this? In this video, I will show you that things with the live example. So here I want to take one of the number, and also into this number area here I want to put some of the multiple logic. That means this number, okay, this number will be as a greater than, it will be check it is greater than a 0 or not, and also it will be check it it's this number, okay, this number is equal, that means it's equal 0 or not. And also it will be check another one as our this number is less than, that is the minus number or not. Okay, that means a less than 0. Less than 0 means what? That is a minus number. So simple three of this, that means these three of this I want to check it with the switch case. That means one of the multiple logical value here we have to pass. So if you want to do that work, like I want to do, first of all, that will be the switch, right? That will be the switch. I simply take that switch, and here I want to compare with the true. Okay, I make it as a true, and then in our curly bracket that will be as a case, and into this case I want to display our number. That will be as a number. I want to display our first problem is the number will be as it should be checked with the greater than 0 or not, right? For now I want to make it as a like 1. I make it as 1. So in our switch case, when our number, so that will be as a number, I take this variable name as a number. Okay, when this number will be greater than 0, okay, then that will be on the positive number. So I want to in our console log, so into the console, and then the log, into this console log area I want to pass one of the value as this is a positive number. Okay, then that will be displayed this one, and also you can see it's also already get one of the error here, that will be as a semicolon. Great. And then I want to do the another one. I copy it. Okay, I simply copy it and then case, and after that case also I have already discussed about that things with you. That will be another break, right? Here you have to use that as a break. And then I want to add another condition. I paste it and also and paste it. Perfect. All right, now I better make it a little bit left side, which is totally fine. Okay, which is totally fine. So, and our another condition will be when this number will be equal 0. That means when that will be equal 0. Okay, then that will be display as this is 0. Okay, this is 0 number. And when it will be as a less than 0, okay, when it will be as a less than 0, then that will be as a negative number, right? I make it as a negative number. Great. So now let's check this out. Our variable I have already printed. When that will be as a greater than 1, that means when it will be greater than 0, then that will be displayed as this is a positive number. If you click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh. Yes, you can see it's now display as this is a positive number. And when it will be as a equal 0, okay, I make it as a 0, click as a refresh, that means a save all, and then refresh it. Now as you can see it's showing as this is a 0 number. Okay, so now that is our 0 number. And when it will be as a minus, I want to make it as a minus, okay, -1 or -10, whatever you choose. I make it as -1. So now when that will be as a less than 0, then that will be displayed as this is a negative number. Now if you click as a refresh, yes, you can see there is a display as this is a negative number. I hope, friend, you get some of the idea about it, how to check that multiple logical with the switch case. Okay, so next video, friend, I want to start a new session. It's about the JavaScript loops. So that will be also very basic things. As I told you, first of all, just simply capture all that core functionality and remember it and practice it. Laterally everything will be needed.